Hello, 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 my lovelies. It's great to see you for another episode of the Natural Success Clinic, where we diagnose the natural limiting factors to online entrepreneurs' natural success. So I'm your host and digital doula, Michelle Boshard. I call myself the natural entrepreneur. My job is just one I love, which is to help folks develop their birth and grow their naturally fun, naturally easy, and naturally authentic online offers. So today on Natural Success Clinic, I'm so excited. We're going to take a look at an offer ecosystem that we're going to diagnose problems in of Adriana D Marvel. She is the founder of Become Conquer Coaching. She's working out of Alberta, Canada, and she's an amazing guest. So I just want to bring up a little bit of information about her here on the stats, about her business, just to kind of introduce you, because every week we give you the stats on the entrepreneur and their business. We introduce you to them. We diagnose the problem that they're or the limiting factor to their online offer ecosystem, and then we have an after party and we talk about the prescription for that in the Natural Entrepreneur group, and I'll drop those links so when you can join the party here. I'm just sort of bringing up the sheet. I'm gonna zoom in here. Hope you guys can see this. So just to give you kind of an idea about Become Conquer Coaching, Adriana has been in business online for 3 years. She has done all of those years online. She helps people heal their inner child, shift their perspectives, and release what's no longer serving them. Her superpowers, and I can vouch for this, are BS detector. She understands brain mechanics better than anybody that I've ever met. And I know a lot of NLPs, and man, Adriana is the bomb. So you got to check her out. The market she serves are entrepreneurs and those who want to be. Usually people more than 30 years old, male or female, but they feel emotionally disconnected. They've got, their income bracket's usually around 50,000 above, but she services a worldwide market. So she's really interested in helping those who want to know how to manage their emotions, still struggling with that, how to get unstuck, how to figure out why they want what they want and who they are, and to get out of victim mindset. So when I took a look at Adriana's offer ecosystem, she had a number of different tech pieces. She had Calendly and MailerLite and Wix, and she was really uncertain about which tech would do what for her and how to do it. She does now use S3 CRM software. We'll talk about that in a bit, and Zoom, and those are her only tech, and she saved some money collapsing her tech into her CRM. She's got socials on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and she is amazing. I'm gonna have to introduce her to you now, and welcome, Adriana. Can you turn your video on and come on and say hello? I think you can. Maybe not. Let's just see here. I'll ask. Come on to start your video. You guys are gonna love Adriana. Hi, how are you?
Hey. So good to be here, and so good to be here with everyone. And thank you for having me. Hello, everyone.
Well, before we even start with Adriana, I want you guys to drop a 1 to 10 in the chat for how interesting this offer is to you, like how much you love this offer, and what about it strikes you. Make a comment, but please help me welcome Adriana. And Adriana, can you just tell us a bit about, in like maybe 3 minutes or less, I might even do the whole timer thing. Can you just tell us like who you are and how you became an online entrepreneur, and what it is you do?
Most definitely. Thank you so much. When I started my journey, I embarked into this journey of entrepreneurial world, this fun entrepreneurial world. Before that, I was a wreck. Let's be honest. I like, vulnerability it's a thing that I want to just put it up there. I was a wreck. I was a person that I struggled so much personally. I had so many unresolved traumas. I had so many emotional struggles. And throughout my journey for the last, I will say, decade, I have learned all the tools. I gathered all the tools, all the transformational tools that I needed to understand who the heck I am, what's happening with me, why do I feel what I feel, what do I do with my emotions, and understanding that most of my emotions, they weren't even mine. They were, passed from my childhood. And then having all these together, I realized that my own power of my own healing and my own self-discovery, I felt compelled to actually share this with someone else. And this is how it happened. My entrepreneurial journey started of me doing my work, my own work. And as I did that, I just couldn't help myself and just share with other people what I have learned and what worked for me. And then I have people coming back to me and say to me, like, you should do this. I'm like, do what? Like this, what you're doing? You're talking with people, you listen, you give them some tools, some advice, and actually they work. I'm like, oh, okay. So then I start doing this. I'm like, okay, how do I do this? How this should look like? Because I came from, Romania, from an indoctrinated culture when, the patriarchal culture, when men is about woman. And I struggle a lot with this idea that I cannot be entrepreneurial or I cannot be entrepreneur because nobody in my family is. So I don't even know what to do, where to start. But little by little, step by step, more work I did with myself and, coaches, mentors, courses, you name it, all of these schools, I realized that I'm capable of doing this, and everything was here. Nothing was outside of me. I thought I need all these things. And I realized that if I fix this, if I can call it, or shift this, then I'm able to actually create a compelling business that I can serve, because I love to serve other people. And then I help other people as well to heal their inner child the way I did it. I help people to shift their perspective about others and about themselves the way I did it. And then most importantly, I think, is fostering more inner harmony, because we all think we're looking for happiness, but underneath that happiness is actually harmony, balance, equilibrium in your life, peace. No, that's why I think everybody is looking for in the end.
Wow. And I gotta tell you guys, Adriana is, I don't mind saying I've had a session with Adriana, and like I say, I wasn't kidding when I said she's a brain mechanic. In an hour, she can go in and it's like plinko. She goes boom, 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 and suddenly you're 4 and you're you're bringing up all of your stuff. So I want to know, though, Adriana, what is the emotional, like when we do an online offer, half of the equation is what we want to do and why we want to do it. Half the equation is the flip side of the coin is the pain point of our target audience. But why do you like to do this? What do you get personally out of, what drives you to help people like this? What is your driving why?
I think we know we all have different whys, the several layers of why. But one of the big whys is that when my passion is, and my energy that I get when I empower people, when they can see that they can do themselves and they don't need me. On the beginning, they will need me the way I need someone else. But when they realize and they feel their own emotions and they see, oh, I'm capable of changing my emotional state, or I'm capable of managing my emotion, or I'm capable of shifting the way I saw my traumas of my childhood, and now I see them my masteries. That, I'm telling you, every single day when I work with clients, even like you said, I do deep work. It's not easy. They sometimes end up with tears from them and from me. But at the end, it's so releasing. And I have people calling me after, or I have a client, a week ago, she said, I've been doing therapy since 16. I've been doing, coaches, mentors, and all these things for like 20 years. And nobody ever was able to take me to when I was 5 and realize and come out things that I didn't even know I was aware of, because most of our things that we're not aware of, they are in the subconscious part.
Buried down deep.
And I just have this when people come to me and says like, look, I feel I'm more connected with my children now. And now I understand how to act the way my mom acted with me. I'm becoming more aware. For me, that is just like, okay, let's go, let's do this, because it gives me so much energy. Yeah.
That's awesome. You guys, I want to know if you've had something that you've been stuck on, that, you know, some emotion that's been overwhelming, or a trauma that you have. You don't have to get into the details of your trauma or anything, but just like, have you felt stuck and unable to kind of like get your hands around it? And if so, tell us what that is. Like, what is the hardest thing for you to do? And we'll watch for those, and Adriana will be in the comments afterwards. But when we're this is a love for Adriana, that she loves to do this. It's not just a business, as most of the natural entrepreneurs that I've met have. You know, you bring a passion, a purpose, a lived experience to share with other people, and it's just really natural. So so Adriana, before we get into things here, you know, we go about diagnosing here on the show with, you know, like if you have a really clear why, if you have a clear offer structure, if you have authentic marketing, if your sales are consistent, if you're delivering, over delivering, and delivering with integrity. And we're going to get into all of that to find out what the limiting factor in your business is. And we take a look at all the tech, but can you tell us, before we get to the analysis of that, what are your personal and business goals, like in the next 3 months, like before December? What would you like to see happen for you in your business?
It's very simple. My mission is to continue to do my own work, because more I continue, that doesn't mean because I help people to do this, that doesn't mean I'm done. No. This is, let's be honest, and Michelle knows, this is a constant work. But my biggest mission is that me to continue to work with myself, to continue to add the tools, to continue to become more aware, to, like, you know, some people, they say the awakening. More I get awake and more I become conscious of myself, more I can translate that into words, tools, and so on to others. Because in the end, if I start, you know, it's like, it's this ripple effect. I see it, you know, like the pebble, it just goes. It starts with one person. If I do the work, then I help the people around me, and then those people start changing their own behaviorals and perspective of their lives, and then they raise children in a different way. So they don't create this pattern that is being passed on from generation to generation, and it can stop with you. And when you do that, the children grow up being different, being more confident, have more self-worth with themselves. So this generational pattern is going to end with you. And that's my biggest mission.
That's your biggest mission. That's your biggest goal. Now I'm going to tack you down to your business goals. What do you want to see happen in your business in the next few months? Do you want to see more clients? Do you want to see more, you know, like, you want to see more leads? Do you want to see more clients? Do you want to see more effective delivery? What are the specific improvements that you want to see in your business?
Most definitely is to see, like, you know, polish even my message better, because I know, and we talked about this before, my message sometimes can be scary for people, because when I talk about emotion, nobody wants to work with them or their own emotions. The emotion can be scary. And then my biggest thing is how do I package it in a way that people want to do the work without getting scared of it. And that's something I'm still working on.
Okay. So let's bring up Adriana's ecosystem here. For those new to the Natural Entrepreneur Clinic, we basically take a look at the entire offer ecosystem. And for me, business ecosystems work a lot like nature, which is why I'm the natural entrepreneur. You know, like the way that water, soil, plants, and insects and animals all work together is really a system. If you're having a hard time getting your head around that one, think of it like a car engine. There's lots of different parts. They all have to individually work, and they have to work together as a system, and you have to have gas in the tank so you can drive the car where you want to go. So when we take a look at an offer ecosystem, it's made up of, you know, we do need to take a look at the why, the offer, the marketing, sales, and the delivery, but we need to take a look at how all of the pieces, being online and having a Zoom call with someone is online business, but it's not an offer ecosystem. An offer ecosystem is made up of a number of different parts. We have your free, you know, your free Costco samples, your low ticket offers, your signature offer that you offer kind of as your meat and potatoes, and then your elite offer. And then as this arrow is here to kind of signify, like, as you go up your value chain, we call this oftentimes, or value chain off a client journey is another one. As your client kind of comes in closer to you and spends more time with you and receives more and more transformation from you, obviously your time commitment goes up, and so should your price. So we take a look at how all of those things fit together so that there's an opportunity for everybody at different price points to enter your offer ecosystem, and then it all works together, and then it's all supported in a consistent way with your technology. So we'll take a look at that. But Adriana, before we get into that, can you tell us a little bit about how your clients feel when they start to work with you? Like what are they commonly, when they come to you and they're feeling what? They're feeling overwhelmed, they're feeling depressed. What are they feeling when they work with you?
Yes, most of the people, they come because they feel emotionally overwhelmed. They
Okay.
have a lot of anxiety, a lot of stress. They don't know what to do. Some of them, they are like, even, you know, what they say, your ideal client is you a couple of years ago or 10 years ago. That was
Yeah.
me. I was emotionally overwhelmed. I was so unsure because I was in a job that I didn't like. I didn't know what to do. And that, of course, all my emotions was struggling. And that was reflecting over my relationship, my health, my finance, everything is affecting everything. And I didn't know, I knew I want to move forward, but I didn't know how, and I didn't know how to do it. Where do I start? Because it can become very, very overwhelming. And that will be one thing. And another one, you feel stuck. You know, when you're overwhelmed, you don't want to do nothing. You just procrastinate. You sit in one spot and you hope, pray to God, something is going to pop up from
Something
something.
happens. Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So when they leave you, when they've done all the things, where are they at? Like how do they walk away from you? How do they transform? How do they get better? What shows up in their lives? How is it concrete?
I call it my ABC. A is
Okay.
come from awareness. They become more aware of themselves, or of others, of their patterns. So then they're not going to repeat them. B, they become bold. They become brave. They are brave now to take risk, to go do the things they want to do. They know what they want to do. They're not scared to pursue that. And C, they have confidence. They build confidence.
Okay. C is confidence. Okay. So they're well, and you've got some amazing testimonials on your website too about how quickly that can happen. So let's just that's kind of an amazing transition. And what kind of time frame does that kind of happen over?
Depends how deep they are into their emotions and how much we're gonna do this work. Because I, with every single client I had, they see the results from the first session. The first
Right.
hour they work with me, they see the results. But like
Okay.
anything else, is like you go to gym. If you just do one session and you don't keep up, it's not. You have to rebuild yourself. And to
Right.
rebuild yourself takes a little bit of time, of course, and depends. Again, that's a time frame that depends of the people. Like me, when I got into it, I didn't care about nothing. I'm just gonna do the homework. I'm gonna do everything I need to do to get what I want. Some people, they need to, you know, ponder more over their, you know, their emotions and figure out and sit more with themselves. So depends on each individual, but to
Okay.
see right away results, they will see it from the first session. Every single client I've worked with, they realize and they had the taste of it, that what is possible.
Okay. So let's take a look at what your offers are. So you do have free, you have a Facebook group called Mess to Mastery.
Yeah, turn your mess into your mastery.
Turn your mess into your mastery.
Yes.
Your mess into your mastery. What other things can people get a sense of you on? So this is a place where you collect your clients together. That's good because you can nurture them through your offer ecosystem by providing value. And I know I'm actually we'll flip to your Facebook group in a bit here, but you provide coaching, you provide different pieces of information, value adds, and that's where you kind of like, you drop your offers and encourage people, tell them about your workshops, that sort of thing. So you've got your Facebook group. Are there other free things that folks can?
Yes, I start my daily YouTube channel, so that I have every day I give some nuggets from my own journey. So that's something that, you know, you can take a sweet 2-3 minutes where you can get some daily insights there. Also, like I said, the Facebook community, I have a newsletter, and also I have some free webinars that I do every month. And also I'm working on creating and building a subscription community as well too.
Okay, so now that will that be a free subscription? That's a paid subscription.
That's a paid,
right?
sorry, yes.
Okay, yeah, no, that's okay. So it's good. Sorry, I think I missed something while you were talking. The Facebook group, YouTube channel, newsletter, and what was the other free thing?
And also they get everybody gets a complimentary discovery call, so then they know, because it's all about trust. People need to trust to work with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So when you're what's important about these free offers, especially folks, is that you are collecting contact information to establish a relationship with a client, that you can nurture them through their process, through the transformation that they're seeking, and that you can kind of extend the signal that you're sending, your authentic marketing, out through these lead magnets, these free Costco samples that you're giving, so that people can really get a sense of who you are, get to know, like, and trust you, and that you can send that signal out like a radio frequency that they can turn into. I'm not sure even kids know how to tune into a radio frequency anymore, but that's okay. All right, so let's talk about your low ticket offer. So this is your you said subscription community. I heard that. What other kind of sort of affordable starter level things do you have that people can purchase from you as a kind of like a tester?
Yes, I have two amazing ones. One is the workshops. I do workshops in person and online, like a hybrid workshops, and they are called From Roots to Fruits.
Okay,
We go
tell me about that a little bit here.
Yes.
What do you do there?
So there on my Roots to Fruits workshops, I introduce people into different techniques, simple techniques, not dive really deep into it, but simple techniques that everybody can do home to understand what is that trauma, what is coming from, and also to learn how to boost your confidence, to be able to start working with yourself. Because most of the people are even scared to start doing any work with themselves.
Right, and so that's a 2-hour, a 1-hour workshop, 2-hour workshop?
3 hours.
3 hours, okay. And what about, and so the subscription community, what will that have in it? That's new, you're saying?
Yes, the subscription community that I'm working on is going to be a community where all my workshops and everything that I do is gonna, almost everything I do beside the bigger programs is gonna be in there. And I'm gonna do mini courses and things that like other stuff that I will do, they will gonna go in there so people can have access, almost like a library, a resource that people can get in there by topics and so on.
Okay, and then so you mentioned courses though. Do you do mini courses as low ticket items, or is
yes,
that all?
I have one like a starter. It's called Meet Yourself for the First Time. So that is a 3-session program where it's a brief but very impactful program that you get the taste of my work and you get the taste of the potential results that you can have by doing the work with yourself with my guidance.
Okay, so you've got the 3-hour workshop, and that's a group setting, and then that's on Zoom and in person, or
yes,
right? Okay, yes. And then you have the private three sessions, kind of like it's a starter pack to your one-to-one coaching. Yes. Okay, got you. All right, no, and that's a really great way to kind of let people get a sense of you. You can tell whether as a provider, as a coach, that sometimes clients are not a fit, and it's okay that if you don't get along, like if somebody doesn't like you, love them out the door, because they are better served by someone else, and you want to be able to have success with them. So Wendy's and McDonald's can coexist at the same time, because different people like different things, and that's all good. So don't ever hesitate to make sure that the client is a good fit for you. So your signature offer, then what does that look like? Is that a multi-week program? What's your main
so what
offer?
I had in mind is that I have the signature program. It's a 9-week program. It's called Return to Self.
Okay.
And that's when we dive deep into healing your inner child wounds, shifting your perspective, like I said before, and releasing whatever you kept for so many years. We're going to learn to different tools from the NLP. Like every courses and everything tools I have learned, NLP, family constellation, EFS, EMDR, like all these things that I have learned that help me. I'm going to share
Right.
with you different tools so you can use them at yourself every day.
Okay. So can you, like, tell us a little bit too about your, just like you just mentioned about 5 different, like, serious, like, these are techniques that you've been certified in, right? Like, so it's not just neurolinguistic practice. It's also IFS. What's that?
It's called internal family system.
Okay. And what does that work with? Like, what's the concept?
The internal family system is simple. Imagine we all have, you're very good in ecosystem systems. The same that people have system as outside, like government is a system, the church is a system, at work you have a system. The same is their internal system inside of you.
Okay.
You have different system with different parts of you that, like as an example, a part of me, everybody says this, a part of me feel like I want to go to gym, but a part of me doesn't want to go to gym. Those are parts of you, and those are create systems that sometimes are in polarity and they fight with each other, and that's where you have the emotional disturbance in you. So I help people to understand each part and bring harmony in with all of them.
Okay. And then family constellation and LP. Well, maybe we'll let you kind of explain that. If you want to know more about some of the techniques Adriana uses, make sure that you come to her Facebook group and join up there. But I want to know, in your elite, I have the sense that you have, I know that you love to speak. You're a Toastmasters buff. Tell us about the speaking angle and what you love about speaking about.
So in my elite one, I have 2 things. One, you remember we said earlier we have a 9-week program.
Okay.
This one I have a 9 months program. Okay. It's a 9 months program where you rebuild and you rebirth yourself. That's why I choose them 9 months, because it's like a baby. It takes you 9 months to create, to build yourself in your mommy belly. And the same with us. If you want to become someone else, another person, or rebuild yourself, it takes nine months, where we go from one step at a time. So it's kind of like the signature program, but we go dive much deeper into it. We understand what is uncovered there. We cover all aspects, emotionally, mentally, physically, change, all the changes you want to do in your life. We will dive into that as well.
Okay.
Too. Yeah.
Okay. So guys, when we take a look at this here, I feel like you can feel Adriana's authenticity. I think she's got a really strong why, what she loves to do, and why she's got very clear offers. They're segmented, they're specific, they're for specific purposes, there's specific price points. I feel like she has a lot of clarity around her offers, and I know from personal experience, so I'm kind of cheating here, but delivery, do you have any issues with your delivery, Adriana? That's like, how about the administration side of things? Do you feel like that's all as smooth as it could be, or how do you feel about your I know you always over deliver in terms of coaching.
Yes, in terms of coaching, for sure, because that's where my heart is. When it comes to administration, is something that, like I said, I was an entrepreneur, so this is my first ride at this level, and I'm still learning to administrate, to organize the behind the scenes, the tech stuff. But thank God I have you. Thank God I have you in my back to help me with all of that.
Well, sure fun working with you, that's for sure. Okay, so from a marketing, and so really, guys, this is sort of leaving us with we need to kind of just take a look here quickly and talk about marketing and sales. What are the biggest challenges that maybe I haven't covered something, but like, what are the biggest challenges that you have right now in your business, like from your perspective in moving your business forward?
I will say the biggest challenge, 2 of them actually. One is that I start working on the tech part. because I'm not a techie person. I don't know much about tech. I'm just learning now. So I'm learning to incorporate that as another skill. So that takes time. And sometimes, like you said, you're wearing too many hats. So I'm learning how to delegate those parts to someone else. So I can do what I like to do the most, which is serving and empowering people. And the second part will be, like we discussed earlier, it's about the marketing part, where we're learning how to express what I can offer people, and to see through my own eyes, if they can see through my own eyes the results, in a way that they have the courage, at least the courage, to give it a try, to see how much they can change by working with themselves. Because like I always said, I cannot do the work, they will do the work. And I think that's what scares people the most, because nobody wants to like wake up in the morning and say, today I'm going to dive deep into my inner wounds and I'm going to work on them. Nobody wants to do that.
Right. Well, and it I mean, just like it's not easy for clients to do something, sometimes it's not easy for business owners to do something. So like, and facing the different parts of our business, to be able to kind of like keep ourselves up so that we can keep our clients up. What do you feel like drags you down? Like, do you feel like it's lead generation, or you've got really super catchy social content? We can actually take a look at that in a sec. And so I don't think that let's just actually take a look at that. Let's take a look at Adriana's socials. I'm going to share here and kind of go over here. This is Adriana's Mess to Mastery group. She's got lots of posts. They're all on point and on topic, related to her work. Her personal profile, she's upgraded her header recently. She might want to match her header from her profile to the header in her group. But she's interviewing people all the time. Her feed, oh look, she's on the Natural Success Planet. Her feed is always related to what her personal feed is always related to what she's doing, or something around the topics, because it matters. Because when people see posts out there, or they see a value post, or they see something happening, and they want to know who's Adriana, and so they'll click on your personal profile. So it's really important to have, as an online entrepreneur, sometimes people have a heck of a time. I had a heck of a time giving up my cat videos. Like I wanted to be telling about things, but when you're seeking to kind of like make a personal impact, and this is why when you're a natural entrepreneur, it's really important to have something that is personally important to you to do, because you're going to be sharing it, or you're wasting the real estate that is Facebook if you're not sharing it on your personal profile as well. And then we've got her her funnels that I'm just going to show you some of the tech, because we didn't actually get into that in your offer ecosystem assessment. But when we go up the value chain, we want to make sure that every piece of the value chain, every piece of the offer ecosystem is well supported, and that those things that are hard, like the things that drag you down, are automated when possible. So, for example, we built this funnel, registration funnel for Adriana's. She's got a little video there. This is her 3-hour event, and it tells you what you'll walk away, why you attend, what sets it apart. And her website has some great testimonials and different things on it. So it explains all this whole set of her offers, and encourages folks to join the Facebook community. So what happens though, when she gets in there, is that all of these, there's a place for her on her website to sign up, but she has integrated her software system, and we got Go High Level software system. She's got her subscription community started here. This is where her website is actually hosted. All her funnels are hosted, all her domains are hosted, and anytime anybody signs up to download something or to join the Facebook group or to, for a workshop or for her programs, all of her, I'm not going to click on her contact list because that's private. But all of those people, whenever you go to opt into something, all of those people go into her database, and she also has a sign up for her newsletters. So that becomes all contained in the one S3 software system that we have. And she has these newsletter templates, and so it makes it super easy where you just, she's made it visually appealing. When people sign up, they automatically get the welcome. She doesn't have to blink an eye. It just basically happens automatically. And so she's got all of her, every time someone signs up for a workshop, they get all the prep book and everything without thinking about it. And she can basically pull them all up on a list and click a button and send them all email. So it's really powerful, because then she can also take the step of going into her marketing. I hope you don't mind if I go into your marketing section here, Adriana. But Adriana's got her Instagram and her Facebook and everything all hooked up here. So, and she just now moving into, if it'll let me click, I don't think it's going to let me click. She's moving into being able to coordinate all of her her posts on all of her socials into one place, and she can program it all out and have it all. She can send it to her page, to her business page, her personal profile, anything she owns. So she's just in the process of setting that all up. But once you've got your content, you can schedule it out, drip it, set a couple of hours aside, draw up your content, and then put it out, because you're really good with content generation, that sort of thing. So what I'm thinking, though, that I heard you say was that, really, and what we saw there was that really it's not the tech. It used to be the tech that was scary for you, and now you've got some support, and we've got you set up with funnels and a system to nurture your clients. Now it's just really making sure that radio signal that you're sending out can be tuned into, and that when they do arrive, I want to ask you about how your sales conversion process goes. How easy is it? How comfortable are you? When people do arrive or you get a lead, how do you find enrolling them into your program? Are there any challenges there that you face?
Depends. I think it depends of the person, but the way it goes to until they get to the sale part, most of the people, they already tasted the work. They already had a taste of what they can do and what I can do with them and so on. So most of the times when people, they went through the first part of it, it's not that I have to sell anything, because they already know. It's like, this idea that, and you learn me this way too, you don't have to convince people, because if I have to convince people to buy something, or I have to convince people to work, they're not going to do the work anyway. My goal is for them to see the results, see some results, so then they can decide for themselves without me trying to convince them.
Okay.
That makes sense?
And that is true, and how you pitch it is, and how you position yourself so that they're already ready for your offer, and how you brand things is critical. I'm going to challenge you on that. When they sometimes with these offers that are not like a hard thing, that they're kind of nebulous and they can go anywhere, and so they're hard to describe. The other thing that can happen is people may want to, oh, well, it's easy for you, you should just do it for me free, or they come to you and they say, is that what happens for you? Is that, yeah. Okay. So one of the pieces in the sales call, maybe we'll talk about the prescription session, is just really drawing that contrast between how to get that tension, so that when you present your offer, that it's like, oh my gosh, I got to have that, and I'm going to pay for it. So we're going to go over that in the prescription session as well afterwards, in the after party. So, because right now we're almost out of time. There's a couple more things I want to cover, but Adriana, I just love your offer, and I think you've got such the strong why. You've got the offer clarity. You've got the marketing, videos and content and value there. I don't think that your marketing and you've got the tech for the marketing. Now it's just like really crystallizing that piece about your marketing statement and then moving through the sales, because your delivery is impeccable. So good on you for all of it. I've seen you grow over the last year and a half incredibly, and you are an Academy member here in ENTV, so you guys got to watch out for Adriana in the comment sections, and hopefully she'll start maybe doing some airtime here on ENTV to help folks out here. But thank you so much for being on Natural Entrepreneur, and I'll see you in just a few minutes at the top of the hour, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. We're going to be over in the Natural Entrepreneur group. Now that we have diagnosed some of the limiting factors, we're going to make the prescriptions over in the group. So I'll see you there.
Yes, thank you so much.
Okay, see you soon. Okay, bye. So you guys, I love working with folks to talk about their offers and their offer ecosystems and how that all fits together, and how when you know you're selling this and maybe the client isn't ready for that, then they can downgrade them to that, how to make your systems work together, how to make your leads come in faster, your sales convert better. And maybe if you don't want to come on the show and do this, like Adriana was pretty brave, right? You don't want to come on the show, but you want me to go through this process of analysis with you, customized to your particular offer. Or if you just don't know what you want to do as an online offer and you want to come and talk it through and what you can do, you can book your own offer ecosystem assessment privately with me on your website. It's a really great price, and I'll put the link in the comments, but we will be able to really quickly work through whatever it is. Even if you're, you have an offer, but you've got death by 1,000 software cuts and you're overwhelmed by the administration side of things, you just want to get back to coaching and you want to automate and maybe build things that sell while you're sleeping, generate other income lines, all of that stuff I love to do. And we can really diagnose the problem. And then you can come into my Natural Entrepreneur group, which we're going to jump into for the after party here for the prescriptions shortly after the show here at top of the hour. And we can prescribe you, exactly what you need that's customized. We'll build you a tech map and show you how you can, save money on collapsing all of those, like the MailChimp, the Calendly, the Wix, the Kajabi, all of the things that you're paying for into a lower cost one and done that really is powerful to be able to help you extend your marketing, manage all of your socials, all of the conversations, automate responses if you need to, so you can, basically focus on what you need to. So this is, and why I do what I do is it's born out of a natural need to prioritize the important things in my own life. I needed a flexible business that let me be me but fit my family and my income. The bigger purpose was that I have a son on the autism spectrum, and I have a goal to support in-home respite and care for families with complex kids. So whether you have a personal goal and need that you're trying to fulfill with your offer, or whether you have a bigger community purpose, feel free to get in touch if you want to bring it to life. If you like the show and you want to hear the detailed prescription, make sure you come over to the after party. That's only for people who are serious about online business. So because maybe replacing their 9-to-5 job, because we look deeper at all of the aspects. You get some great real life logistical tips and tricks. But if you're you'll see me here every week on Natural Success Clinic. And if you want to win a spot to come on with me here, don't hesitate to enter our Pitch Perfect marketing statement contest. That's really cool because you get to do your pitch and a video business card, and you tell everybody in the Natural Entrepreneur what you do. And then we learn, okay, that's the marketing statement, and this is who their target audience is, and this is what they offer, and do those match up? And at the end of the month, we do vote on whose marketing statement best represents their business. And it's a great fun way to practice your camera skills and get more promotion. So make sure I'll drop the link to that in the comments as well. Pitch Perfect is a great way to win a spot here on Natural Success Clinic. So just remember, when you're a natural entrepreneur, you are a natural success. And I'll see you next time here on ENTV. Love you guys. Bye.